chairs. Dr. Hardesty, any questions? Dr. Pennington? Comments? Not to put you on the spot. Want to keep the dialogue alive here.
Regarding clinical trial, are there any supplements to for people that don't speak English to translate all the materials, or for instance, like, you know, when you have an intervention that's group-based and it's in English and you want to open up another identical intervention in Spanish, like, is there like initiatives to increase funding for that?
So I'm just gonna say again that like the NIH is a public organization, and so your feedback is welcome. And you won't be the only person who's asking for it.
And to be clear, I'm not saying we shouldn't be doing it anyway. I just wanted to know if that's being talked about.
I mean, I think there's a lot of interventions to try to make, I mean, I think there has been, there is a very, sorry.
Here, you could use that.
Oh, I think there's a lot of attention right now, and I don't know how long that'll last, to making clinical trials more available to patients, more centered around the needs of patients, and also the involvement of community-based organizations into research in improving that. So like for the first time ever in history, the NIH is awarding money directly to community-based organizations for research. So it's not going to an academic center that then has to partner with an organization. It's really like there are these pilot projects to take research directly to the patients who need it. And so I think it's a very timely question, and there are people that are working on it. It's not exactly the focus of my office, so I may not be totally up to date on that, but I will try and find out more.
Dr. Alanis.
So on the same topic, so I know last year at ACO, it was a really good presentation that walked with some of the exclusion criteria that are probably unintentionally taken out certain populations that have risk factors. So as the NIH looked at some of those things, what are ways that are addressed? You know, for example, if somebody has a complex social issue and they cannot participate in research in this complex social issue situation, you know, where, you know, or maybe patients that may have potentially in that they can control of it. So there are certain populations that are at risk for certain things. And so naturally, the exclusion criteria takes those population of patients out of the clinical trials.
So there was a very big report last year from the NCI, like the NCI advisory board, with giving recommendations on streamlining eligibility criteria for exactly this reason. And that's why I show the HIV. That's why I show the HIV data, because I think the HIV community has been very thoughtful about stigma in a way that perhaps the cancer community hasn't been quite as thoughtful to date about it. And so they have, you know, and this is very recent, that they've really gone through all their protocols, looking at stigmatizing language, trying to figure out how it could be made more inclusive. And it's a huge culture shift in the science community from, you know, I'm the doctor, I'm going to tell you what to do, to involving patients in making decisions and trying to be as inclusive as possible. I don't know if anyone else has something else.
Any other thoughts or comments? Dr. Tenney, we've actually we've had no problem getting ribociclib and letrozole up here. And now that's probably because all the work has been happening behind the scenes. But when wanting to prescribe that regimen, we have been able to prescribe it for imatinib. You might, yeah, we're I don't know. It's interesting,
Yeah.
the difficulty that people experience in different locations. Yeah.
Reply, they say no, then I have to appeal, they say no, then I have to like override the appeal, and they say no, I fax them the DOG slide, it's not an NCCN. That's it. And maybe it's just our regional and insurers. You know,
How that, yeah.
they're hardcore NCCN
if it's not there, we won't pay.
My staff, when they tell me they bring an appeal to me, literally everybody gets popcorn and they sit around and they watch because they know it's going to be a show if it gets to the point of me actually having to get on the phone and appeal something.
Please tell me your
I
name,
really
please
tried
tell
not
me
to be in
your
that
phone
situation.
Number, what, what is your specialty, I mean, I say, for the record, I'm
Yeah.
putting your name in the patient's permanent medical record.
Yeah,
And,
it's so
you know, that's
frustrating. Oh, it's not me who gets it. It's our nurses who get it. If we get to the point of us having to appeal it, it's usually because
Yeah.
they heroic efforts have failed.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay. Any other last comments? All right. Well, thank you all so much. Those are fantastic talks.